Have you ever wondered how you even make money on the stock market? How is that possible? And savings, is it even a real possibility to actually make money with savings? Watch today's video and I will answer these questions for you. But to answer the question, definitely a resounding yes, you can make money on the stock market. Mostly, we are being told that you can make money on the stock market if you buy low and sell high. But in order to make money in that way, to buy and sell shares, you need to understand the markets. You need to know when to buy and when to sell so that you can make a healthy return on your investment. Because when you invest on the stock market, obviously, you do want to make money, but it also depends. What stock market are you investing in? What companies are you buying shares from? And of course, the markets, it's all about timing. So these are just some of the factors you have to consider if you are serious about making money on the stock market. Another way that you can make money with shares, of course, is dividends. So how does dividends work? Dividends is when you own shares of a company, when you are a shareholder, which sounds very fancy and professional, but when you are a shareholder of a company, when they make a profit, they then share the profit with the shareholders. And that profit is called dividends. The dividends can be paid every 3 months or once a year, depending on on how profitable the company is, and also to know or to find out whether a company pays dividends, you have to check that before you invest in them. Not all the companies pay dividends to their shareholders. It also depends on whether the company has made a profit or not for that specific years. Dividends, it's regular payments, and it depends on how many shares you have bought into the company. Of course, the more shares you have, the more the dividends will be, and the best of all, it is chilete. It's hard cash. It's money into your account that gets paid out to you when the company performs well. So obviously, it's not guaranteed. If the company did not make any profits for any given year, then there won't be a portion of the profits that can be shared with the shareholders. So no dividends will be paid out. So you as a shareholder, you must be able to follow what is happening with this company. When they are in the news, when the CEO will be changed, are they inventing new things? Have they acquired any additional businesses? Were there any mergers or acquisitions? Because these are the things that will play a role. It will be deciding factors to determine if you will get paid a dividend or not. Then let's look at government bonds. You don't get dividends from government bonds. When you buy government bonds, in actual fact, what you are buying the debt of a country. It is guaranteed by the government. You make money through bonds through interest, the same as when you save your money into a savings account. It is through interest that you actually make money on the money that you have invested. So let's look at the different types of interest that you get. You get simple interest and you get compound interest. Simple interest, it's you get less interest over a longer period. So how they calculate the simple interest? You know, when you are in the financial sector, they like to throw around fancy words. So I'm going to use a fancy word called a principal amount. A principal amount is the amount that you take, like say if it's 100,000 rand or $100,000, you take that and you put it in a savings account or you put it into government bonds. So that is your principal amount, the amount that you start with. So simple interest, remember I said it's less interest than compound interest, but over a longer period. So they calculate simple interest. They take the principal amount, the amount that you initially shared or invested. They times it with the interest. So if the interest is 5% or 6% or 8%, so it's the amount you invested times the interest that you were given times the number of years. So that's your simple interest. You only earn interest on the amount that you initially saved or invested. So now let's look at compound interest. Compound interest is being described as the wonder child of this world. They call it the eighth wonder of the world. It's basically your money, it's having children and their children are getting children. That is compound interest. How it works. Compound interest can be monthly, it can be quarterly, or it can be annually. But let's be realistic. Compound interest that you earn, not the interest that you pay. I'm talking about now about savings and investment. The compound interest that you earn, you have, say you want to invest or save your money. Maybe you want to buy government bonds, or you want to save your money. And you want to leave the money there for a period of 5 years. How that works with compound interest is as follows. Remember your principal amount. You now have 100,000 US dollars or 20,000 or 5,000. You take that money and you invest it. And they say, we are giving you an interest of between 6 and 8% per year. Or let's say it's a good year and we say 10% interest because everything looks good and promising. So now you have 100,000 US dollars. You invest it and the agreement is compound interest. So at the end of the first year, you have your 100,000 US dollars plus the 10% of 100,000, it's 10,000 US dollars. So then you have at the end of the first year, you have 110,000 US dollars, right? Because your interest is 10%. So then how compound interest works? At the end of year 2, the end of the second year of your investment, they are going to take the 110,000 and your interest of 10% then will be on 110,000. Let me explain that again. First year, 100,000. The interest on 100,000, 10% interest was 10,000. So then you had 110,000. You leave it there. The end of year 2, that 110,000, you will then earn interest on the full 110,000. So basically with compound interest, you get interest on your principal amount plus interest, and then again the interest of the next year, they add that and you get interest again. In a nutshell, it's interest on interest that you earn. That's why compound interest, it's being described as the best thing since sliced cheese. So that in a nutshell is how you make money on the stock market, how you make money with government bonds, and how you make money when you have a savings account. And look, if you don't have 100,000 US dollars, but you want to start saving with 100 US dollars, whatever you have, start saving it. Because when you think of that, if you are able to save $50 to save 5,000 or 500 US dollars, it's money that you know that you have. It's money that you kept, and it's money that it is bearing interest for you. And it's money that if you have used it, it would have been gone and disappeared into nothingness. So that's how you make money, when you save and when you invest. But most importantly, you know what it does to you psychologically, what it does to you mentally, to know that even though I'm still earning a salary or I'm still making money with my business, there is an amount that is there. It's a fail-safe. It's my protective garment. It is my go-to emergency fund. You know how that boosts you, and you know how that gives you confidence. So the secret is to start, but do your research, have your plan, and have your goal. And you will definitely see the difference it makes in your life before savings and investment, and then the life after savings and investment. If you want to know more about savings, if you want to know more about investment, then please let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what you want to talk about if you have any questions, because this is the beauty of this platform, is where you can ask information, you can share information, and of course, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.